So I went there. Fuck me. He said, you know what? It's Isabel Street. They weren't talking about dealers and all this shit. They were talking to me about armed robbery because they think I was involved in it. Because the system can hear me through technology. I haven't told anybody these stories out loud. I'm telling them now out loud. So the system's happy about that. Because they don't have to explain their technology to anybody. The system can actually hear what I'm thinking. Yeah. Anyway, I'll get onto the technology side of things in a separate video. So Isabel Street is the place where I dropped Rudy off when he done the armed robbery and I didn't know. Right. Lee Street is where I went to pick up gear one time, or drugs, right? Monroe Street is a street where I waited to pick up drugs. So basically, they're basically telling me. I didn't realize that they were telling me that basically they're following me wherever I go. They were telling me about places where I've been. Lee Street, Monroe Street, Isabel Street, because they've been following me around in the car with technology, satellite technology, in the car and everything. So they're basically telling me that they've been following me wherever I go. These are streets where I was waiting for people, for drug dealers, and an armed robbery happened. It wasn't people that I knew. These are places where I've been. Can you believe that? I couldn't believe it. All this time I thought they were talking about people. Kate Monroe is just Rudy's girlfriend, that's all. Lee is a guy I know from up here, from Brownie Towers, that's all. Isabel is a drug dealer, but been around for years, you know what I mean? That I think everybody knows. It's got nothing to do with people. It's the system telling me that they've been following me around to places where I've been. Jesus Christ, I'm thinking about people. It's nothing to do with people. It's all to do with me and following me around. No. Unbelievable, man. My cousin Craig Brigetta, he's a cop in South Africa. All year 2017, I went to South Africa at the end of 2016, towards the end. Now, all year 2017, he's sending me all these videos, etc. These porn videos, it's got a guy taking a piss and his dick falls off. Because I told you, the system's trying to making me impotent, right? Because they say I'm a pedophile and a rapist, an ass rapist, yeah? A violent ass rapist. So these women in the system, they fucking hate me. Because that's what they think I am. Because they've misinterpreted, miscommunicated and accused me of being something I'm not. So Craig Brigette's been sending me all these videos, etc. He's sending me videos with girls with their asses in the air and guys, like porn videos of people having sex where you can see their vagina and their ass. There's a lot of videos like that. Now he's trying to tell me that when I was with my ex-wife Mervy or Charlene, what he's trying to show me is that you can see both holes when you're doing the girl's doggy style. That's what he's trying to imply, that I saw what I was doing. And that's not the truth. With Charlene, it was dark. We were in a dark room. With Mervy, it wasn't dark, but it was dim. But I didn't see what I was doing. I was just feeling around. So him sending me these videos are trying to imply that I could see both holes when I'm having sex with them, because I got it in the wrong hole by mistake, you see, and they accused me of being a rapist. So he's sending me all these videos all year. He sent me a video with a little kid with a doll, like a child sex video. Now, I got nothing wrong with that because he's a cop. So basically, he's sending me these messages. So people want to see what I think when I see these videos. Because they can tell what I'm thinking. If I look at a picture, people can tell what I'm thinking. They know they can hear what I'm saying to myself about these pictures. You know what I'm saying? It's a little hard to explain technically, but simply put, they can hear what I'm thinking to myself. I know it's probably hard to believe, but believe it. So all year he's been sending me these videos that imply I could see both holes. The one with the dick falling off, it's like they're chopping off my dick, and there's a circumcision one like that. Basically he's telling me that they're chopping off my dick, making me impotent. Basically telling me that I could see both holes, I'm a rapist. And all these other videos that are relative to my situation in my life and what people have accused me of being, a rapist and a pedophile. And he sent me bestiality videos with a woman rooting a dog and that kind of stuff, you know. Because one time the police gave me a charge for an obscene article. And it was because the police got my phone and they saw a video on there with a chick rooting a donkey. Now, I didn't get that. Somebody sent that to me and I just had it on my phone. So I still want to see if you can charge people with that. You know what I mean? Because I didn't want that on my phone. Somebody else sent it to me. And they gave me a charge for it. Can you do that? This was in 2007. Although. But anyway, that's just like he's trying to tell me. You know, because I've also got porno on a hard drive. And it's got some animal videos in it as well. But this is a hard drive I gave to a guy, Micheal Galveo, at work at FMG in 2012 before I went to South Africa. So if I give a guy a hard drive and he puts pornos on there, I've got no control over what he puts on there. He put animal videos, any kind of porn videos on there. You know what I'm saying? So people see these videos and then they just make a judgment of me. You know what I mean? Well, it's such a wide array of stuff, you know, from different people. Anyway. Yeah, so all year he's been sending me these videos, man. That, you know, that are contradicting my story, you know. I'm telling people I'm innocent. I'm trying to tell people what happened. That's why I'm telling the story. I'm telling people what happened with the girls in my life. Because this is the main thing why the system bullies me. Up until this day now, everybody's trying to show me up, be better than me, bullying me wherever I go. People following me around and harassing me, man. There was a thing on Facebook. I got a pen, I got an apple, apple pen. I got a pineapple, I got a pen, pineapple pen, do, 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 or something like that. Right? That was for me, pineapple pen. Did you know that? I don't know if people have seen it. Pineapple pen. Pineapple pen. I'll show you what the pineapple pen is they're talking about. I got this here in about 2007, 8 or something like this. This is a pen. This is a pen camera, right? You push the button on top and it works as a camera. I like gadgets. I've got a watch. I've got a pen. I had a taser, but Craig Hector took it off me because he assumed I owed him money for drugs because he's a drug dealer. He was dealing drugs. So he took my taser. I've just got these gadgets that I like to have. I don't use them for anything. The most I've done with this is taken photos of me and my brother and a video of me. So they're talking about this pineapple pen. Because they found pictures on my phone. I took a picture of Hailey with my phone that I don't remember doing in 2010. I had dirty pictures on my phone from 2010, which are perverted photos of upskirts and women. Now, this was the first time I realized that you could get Google images. And I happened to stumble upon images which were kind of a pervy natured images, you know, of sports stars, celebrities and all that kind of stuff. If you type in upskirts, celebrity upskirts or sexy sports stars, you can type in anything and images will come up of people. Like girls bending over, cheerleaders, you know, caught in, I don't know if it's vulnerable positions, but in positions where it's like, you know, quite pervy. So people assume that I'm a pervert that time. You know what I mean? And I had this, yeah, so they probably thought that I go around taking photos of people or secretly video people and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I've never had the intention to do that in my life. I've never done it. You know what I mean? And the system, since Haley, and they saw these photos, they've been setting me up. I told you about all the setups they've been setting me up as a pervert for over the years. One day I had this pen on me on the bus, right? For absolutely no reason at all. It was just in my bag. And I think I was wondering why it was there. So I took it out of my bag. Now the buses got cameras on it, yeah? The TRANSPERTH buses. Now I know this. Now people have, by this time people have made me feel comfortable. People are selling drugs, dealing drugs. Everybody's doing what they want and they can get away with it, huh? I was on the bus one time and I had this on me. I don't know why. It was just in my, I think it was in a bag that I had it stashed in. And I took that bag out that day. I can't exactly remember why. So I had it on the bus, I remember, and I was looking at it and playing with it, right? So now I didn't know the system was watching me this time. This was about maybe 2014. And I had this pen on me and I was playing with it. All of a sudden, I didn't know that they were trying to set me up as a pervert, right? All of a sudden, this girl with black boots and a short little skirt jumps on the bus there with her boyfriend, right? I've got this in my hand. They know I've got this in my hand because they're watching me through the cameras, right? So they got this girl in a short skirt and this guy to jump on the bus, come up right to the back of the bus. There was no one on the bus. They come up right to the back of the bus and sat right there next to me while I've got this in my hand. And I'm playing with this camera. Now this is a pen camera, you know what I'm saying? So now I'm thinking in my mind, you know, I'm not so tempted, but I'm thinking everyone's been getting away with so much crap. You know, I never done anything. And there's cameras on the bus now. Everybody knows there's cameras on the bus. But they set me up in a situation to make me look like a pervert. I've got a whole list of situations where they've set me up to look like a pervert. And they know I'm not one, but they've been trying to do it for excuses to label me a pervert. Because they can't charge me as being a rapist. They can't charge me as being a sexual assault. They can't charge me with anything because they don't have corroborated stories with me. The system and the woman in the system are just bullying me outside of the law through the system. And they've been setting me up to look like a pervert. Can you believe it? They set me up on the bus. I had this in my hand. They were watching me through the cameras. And they got a girl in a short little skirt to walk up, sit next to me, so I can take photos or secret footage of her. That's what they done to set me up. I only put this all together in this last year. This whole story that I've told you, I've worked out in this last year. It's been going through my head every day. My whole life has been a fraud, mate. They were setting me up to look like a pervert. And you know what the funny thing is? Let me tell you another thing. Before Noel and Mum left, okay, I'll tell you, one time I was having a wank, right? And I was curious about, I don't know, what can I say? I guess as guys, we always, whenever we wank, we look at ourselves coming. So one day I was curious to watch myself coming. You know what I mean? But this pen camera doesn't have a screen on it. So you don't know how the footage is going to come out, and you don't know what you can see. So I had it up on the bunk there, right? And I was having a wank on the bed. Yeah. And I couldn't get this camera to sit properly. So I kept moving it around. So the footage was very crappy of me, and it was, you could just see my hand and my dick, you know, a bit. And me like kind of coming, but the footage was really crap. Now, people would have looked at that, and they might have assumed, that I'm a pedophile because I had that footage on here. But that footage was of me. You see, my face is not in it. It's just me having a wank. So people assume that I'm a pedophile. They don't, how do they know that I've got this? People have invaded my privacy in my room, in my mum's house. My memory cards, my phone, my pictures, everything private of mine has been looked at. That's why people treat me bad. Because they can't charge me for anything, because they've found all my stuff through invasion of my privacy. But I haven't done anything wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's all assumptions, just based on a situation from years ago. With Haley, my ex-missus, dirty photos on my phone. And they've just put it all together and related it and come up with this assumption that I'm some kind of perverted dog. They treat me like a pedophile, an absolute dog piece of shit. I've lost all my jobs, my career. You know what I'm saying? My kids, everything, through being exploited and invasion of my privacy. How do they know about this? How do they know about all my dirty pictures? They keep telling me about them and getting people to treat me like they're disgusted with me. I can show anybody those pictures. What can I say? I was just curious one night to look at these pictures. And if I want to look at sexy girls' asses or this and that, I'm allowed to. It's on the bloody internet. I can go on a Google search anytime or Google Images and look up sexy sports stars or world's sexiest bums. You should see what comes up. Anything comes up. It's great to look at. You know what I'm saying? But when people see it on your phone or something like that, and then they relate it to situations in your life that weren't that great, they come up with this assumption and then they judge me as some kind of deviant motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And it's not true. It's not good. It's not nice. And it's not fair. It's definitely not fair. It's an invasion of privacy that they know I've got this. And this is not a secret. I've got nothing to hide. I can show everybody the photos. I can show everybody my memory cards now, anytime in my life, and what's on here. You can look with their technology. That's what they've done. Because I deleted that from this here. Because the footage was crap. So I deleted it. But police technology, you can easily find out what was on here before. That's, I won't say it's simple technology, but there's technology that does that quite simply. If you give that to the police, or any of my cards or phones. Little did I know that when I gave the girls my phone up here at Brownie Towers, little did I know that they were giving it to the system, so the system can see what used to be on my phone. Anyway, I'll stick to the story. So in this pen I had a wank, right? Because I was curious in seeing myself have a wank. This was about 2013 maybe, 2012. So they assume I'm a pedophile as well because I had a wank on here and you can't see my face. It's just my hand and my dick. And I hated the footage, so I deleted it. You know what I'm saying? And you know what happened? Before Noel left last year, he kept making these noises, right? He kept making these noises. When he gets up, he's going... Now, I know Noel. I've been living with him for years. Noel doesn't make these noises. And they're not the noise like he's in pain, like, oh, I gotta get up. They're not those kind of noises. For a week or two, before they left, he kept making these noises. Like... And I thought to myself, you know, that's strange, he never makes those noises. And after I realized everything that's gone on about this perversion and people treating me like a pedophile, those noises he was making, you know what those noises are? Those noises are from me having a wank and coming on my pen. Can you believe that? If I can work that out, that's what he was trying to tell me. That's what he was trying to see. Because the system knows what I'm thinking, so they wanted to see if I can relate that noise. Can you believe this shit, he said? It's quite technical stuff. Trying to explain it is a bit strange because I try not to go off the track. But Noel was making those noises. And I know I keep repeating stuff, but Noel was making these noises. Because that's the sound I made when I come. Like, and that's what was on this fucking pen camera. How do you know that? That's what he was doing. This is what people have been doing to me. A diplomatic way of trying to tell me things. Because all he can say is that I was just making noises when I'm getting up. No, he's been bullying me for years. And my mother. And I didn't know. Can you believe that? That's what he was doing. That's what he was telling me. This was before they left. That's why I think everybody is treating me like a pedophile. Because you can only see my hand on my dick on here. And then they've got dirty photos. I got my dick caught in a wrong hole with Charlene and my